Hi, my name is Paola and welcome to my channel, Baking with Paola. So today we are going to be doing a layered cake. This is my mom's recipe and it's very delicious. I did a little bit of decorating, but I'm not a professional, so don't come for me. Alright, so the recipe is in the description below, make sure to check that out. And right here we are going to start with the eggs, flour, and sugar, which are all basically a 1:1:1 ratio. So we are going to separate the eggs. We're going to put the whites in a big bowl and the yolks in another bowl. Make sure to save those because we will be adding them onto the batter later on. So we are going to beat the eggs until they are at like a soft peak, and then with some movie magic they will look like this. Then we will add in our sugar very slowly, and then we'll add in the vanilla. And then what I didn't record because I'm new at this is adding in the yolks slowly as well. Then we're going to mix for a few more seconds until it's all incorporated together. Then we're ready to add in our flour. So we're going to sift in the flour slowly because we don't want any lumps in our batter. And then a tip, once you put in the spatula, do not take it out because we don't want it to take out any of the air that we had beaten in earlier. Then just mix until it's all incorporated. It will look like the flour doesn't mix and you want to move the spatula up in the air. Do not do that. It will mix, just be patient and keep mixing underneath the batter. Then we're ready to put our batter in the pan. I think this is about a 9-inch round pan, so I just sprayed some non-stick butter all over. And then we're going to put our batter in. Make sure you use a spatula to scrape every little bit of the batter. Now we're going to put it in the oven. I've set it at 350 Fahrenheit, and we're going to leave it in for 25 to 30 minutes. After 25 minutes, we can stick a knife in the middle and see if it comes out clean. If not, we leave it in for 5 more minutes. Then it should come out looking golden, just like this. Now we can stop here, but we're not basic like that, so we're gonna keep going. So now we are going to cut the cake into 3 layers. So we're going to do 2 slices. And make sure to do this as slow as possible because we do want those layers to be even as we can get them. This is actually my first time being able to cut the cake without having my mom to help me. So if I can do it, you can too. Okay, so next we are going to wet the cake. And I used evaporated milk, condensed milk, and almond milk. You can use whole milk, 2% milk, whatever milk you have. And we are going to put it in a blender to mix it all together. And you will have a lot, and you should use most of it. You will have some left over though. And we're just going to put it all over and make sure it absorbs. That way we have a nice moist bottom layer. Okay, so now we're going to have the heavy cream and turn it into some whipping cream. We're going to do it in small batches because we're going to use them at different times. That way it doesn't go bad. Okay, so we are going to put a nice layer of whipping cream on top. And I have some sliced strawberries that I'm going to put all over. Of course, you can use any fruit, honestly. My favorite are the peaches. Though I'm not a big fan of strawberries, but it was from my mom, so that's what she likes. So I'm just going to put it all over and make it all nice. That way each cut has a bite of strawberry in it. Okay, so now we are going to put a thin layer of whipping cream on top of the strawberries. That way it helps the other layer kind of stick on top better and it doesn't really slide around, I guess. Just like that. So we are going to repeat again and wet this layer. We're going to use our milk mixture again and just go all around until everything is soaked. Don't know why I did that when I have a revolving plate. Anyways, we keep on adding our milk mixture until everything is all soaked. So I went back and added more milk because I could still see some dry spots. Okay, so next we are going to add dulce de leche. This is my favorite part because I love dulce de leche. Anyways, I recommend putting it in the microwave for a few seconds, that way it's much easier to spread. We're just going to spread it all over, all the way down to the edges. Now we're going to stab the cake all around, that way when we put in our milk concoction, it will go inside. So we're just going to put it all around. Don't worry, those puddles will soak in. Alright, so we whipped some more heavy cream and I added some pink coloring because this cake is for my mom and that's the color she wanted. So I just added on the whipping cream all over. Honestly, you can make it as messy as you want because we will be using a leveler to make it all smooth. I had to ask my mom for help because I still suck at this part. I just couldn't get it to be smooth. So she recommends wetting the leveler before touching the whipping cream, that way it's just much easier to smooth out. And this is just with patience, and you gotta keep going until it looks all smooth, just like this. Alright, so I whipped some more heavy cream and put it in a piping bag and chose a cute little tip to make flowers. I just put it all around, try to make it as even as possible. And then I decided to add a second ring of flowers, mainly because I don't know how to write anything on the cake, so I thought it would just give it some more pizzazz. At the end, I put little flowers on the bottom just to pull it all together, and then this is the outcome. Thanks for watching my video on this homemade layered cake. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Bye!